Satan's chemtrails jamming God's radio. Christian right in the United States has long flirted with conspiracy theory. Mr. Taylor's latest brainwave is the discovery that chemtrails, that is to say the condensation trails that can be created by the wingtips of high-flying aircraft, are part of a sinister conspiracy to cut Christians off from their God. How everything in life gives off a frequency and that all of creation cries out to God in the frequency. He goes on to explain how chemtrails, which in his mind are made of powdered metal rather than harmless water vapor, turn human beings into giant antennae that Satan can use to jam the frequency that God uses to hear our prayers. The chemtrails. All the spraying is to detract us from hearing God's frequency, he said. They are spraying aluminium and barium in the chemtrails, and if you look on the periodic table, barium is Ba, aluminium is Al. It spells Baal. Baal is, as Bible readers will know, an ancient god worshipped by some peoples of the Middle East, who became identified with by Jewish scholars as Beelzebub, or Satan. Speaking of the barium-aluminium ball connection, Taylor says, "That's deep. That's no coincidence. We are literally walking antennas because we've been breathing the aluminum. We've been breathing the barium. We are literally giant antennas. If you want to get really deep on this, these entities that the devil has put down here that these Satanists worship or tap into for this knowledge, if you will, they have told them how to do this stuff. They've showed them how to do this stuff for decades, for thousands of years. But they've tapped into this stuff about how to clog up man's ears and eyes to be able to sense and feel God every time you're walking around." Mr. Taylor also blames chemtrails for the hugely destructive wildfires in California towards the end of last year. Citing his experience as a firefighter, he said, "California's got probably some of the most experienced brush firefighters in the world, and these guys were saying that these fires were exploding and they couldn't control them. There's a reason why that's happening, brother. The reason these fires are so hot out there right now and so great right now when these things burn is because they are not fighting a Class A fire, which is wood and paper products. They are fighting a Class D fire, a metal fire. Why is that?" he asks, before offering his own explanation. "It's because they are spraying the atmosphere with the chemtrails, with aluminium oxide. Aluminium burns at 1200 degrees. The foliage is saturated with this stuff, and when it burns, you're not going to stop it, and this is the reason why." He continues, "They've weaponized, again, the depopulation, trying to make people sick, and trying to kill people off. This is their way of retaliating because, I believe, California is fixing to go red, brother." By red he means Republican. Taylor was convinced that California's November state elections would produce a Republican landslide.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.